I'm sorry that you don't have more support from your own direct family. I am. Like I know I've said before, I definitely questioned a lot in, like, especially in high school, about myself and everything, and I who knows where I would have ended up, but I think I'm much more of like a non-binary agender kind of thing. Um, but that's not something that I really could, like, there wasn't that terminology in my tiny town in the 90s. Even though obviously I know it was around, but in my tiny town, in my tiny religious family, that wasn't stuff that I had ever heard of before. But yeah, I kind of wonder where I would have ended up if I'd been able to kind of explore those ideas and see, like, hey, does this fit me? Does that fit me? But I don't know. Like, I still go by she, her, basically, because that's what I've been called all my life. And I'm just kind of like, okay. Like, I know that some people are very much hurt by, misgendered labels. And I absolutely get that too. And I don't know, like, for me, the labels for me aren't as big, but like I have a really good friend who, like, the labels were almost life changing when they started working through some of that stuff, and I understand how very important that can be. Oh, Dan, thank you for the hydrate, the stretch, and the treat. I'm gonna do the treat first. Um, yeah, Basil. Basically, yeah, my gender identity is roughly meh. So yeah, like all I can really put into words is, like, for the most part, it's like I don't really do female things. Like, I've always felt like I've not femaled correctly my entire life, and that's been pointed out my entire life. I basically figured, like, through my teenage years, I figured I was born wrong, but I didn't have the terminology to address it. So it was just all stuff that went around in my head through my teenage years, and I just kind of figured, it's like, okay, like, whatever people are going to call me, to me, I guess it doesn't care. I know who I am. I'm just kind of humaning here. But yeah, yeah. But snack time. Thank you. Uh, they weren't mean to him, but you were a bit behind him in a supermarket and heard someone talking about it. That's crazy, though. A killer clown because of colorful trousers. Okay, you caught tired. Sorry, that was like a mouthful in your face. Kit, you caught tired. And Basil, so your gender identity is roughly meh, but it's taken until nearly 40 to figure yourself out and discover the vocabulary to describe it. Similar, yeah. For me, similar. Your community will always offer you an acceptance. Speaking as an LGBTQIA plus person, lesbian. Thank you, Kit. Gender? Nope, thanks. You love being a non-gender confirming female. Non-gender conforming female. Yeah, yeah, like. I'm trying not to, like, open my cookie mouth in your face. But they, them, whatever works for you. Basically, I mean, in my 20s for a while, I mean, I don't have curves. Like, I also don't really, I don't know. I'm not super feminine. I don't look super femme. So I'm usually pretty straight, especially when I was younger in my 20s, and I basically was all just lean muscle. I was just like a bean sprout, whatever. And for a while, I had a really short haircut. Not quite a pixie, but like similar. And yeah, I was called, him or he or that guy a few times, and I didn't mind that at all. But it was kind of funny, like, if a kid said, like, "Oh, what's that man over there doing?" and pointing at me or something, or like, oh, what was it? I think it was like I had a crossbody bag and my short haircut, and I just wear like a t-shirt and jeans, and I thought it was like, why is that man carrying a purse, mommy? And the mom freaked out. They're like, "Shh, don't say that, don't say that." They were so scared that their kid was going to offend me. And I'm like, it's okay. But yeah, watching some people fall all over themselves like that was a little amusing because it, to me, it was kind of like, yeah. But yeah, it's also, I wish people wouldn't fall all over themselves like that. Like, get so, I don't know. Ah, conforming. I can spell. I figured it out. I figured out conforming. I know. I said cookie after I said it was probably more of a snack cake. So I'll be wrong eventually.